Okay, what's up, everyone? I handled the situation. So we have Brandon Ham. You can't even see that. It's okay. You don't need to see it. This is Brandingham, and this is. I can't tell if this bothers me or not. It's probably okay. This is the Island, Culliford, East India Trading Company, Calico and James, Spanish and French, Royal Navy. Okay. Here, I'll tell you what we can do, right? We can have me as like the main screen, and then we can do. Let's create something new here. Represent. Share. What we're going to do is we're going to do a new layout. Item. That's going to be full screen. Fill. It didn't. All right. And then we're going to add an item, media slot. And we're going to put it up top here. Okay. Save. Flashcard. Stage. All right, perfect. And now when I go to desk view, you should be able to see it, although you can't really. Why are we on my face again? Why did that happen? When did I say center stage? I never said do center stage. Okay. I'm going to move this a little bit closer. So, okay. Now we can kind of see what's going on here. All right. Happy? Is everybody happy? All right. No, actually, I like that composition. It's pretty good. All right. Brandingham, Royal Navy, and the Admiral. You have the island here. Culliford, Henry and James. How do I want to do this? Right. Well, the problem is this is our problem right now. Okay. And Culliford. This is our main issue. So Henry and James, these guys. All right. The whole thing, we're kind of playing good, bad, and the ugly a little bit, where they run into Brandingham and suddenly become super valuable. For that to work, they kind of should be nobodies and then become somebodies, right? That was the idea, at least. So, like, if they already have knowledge, so in the beginning when they're going to Culliford, like, he gets rejected by his uncle, Henry does. on going after the treasure. And his father died. He believes it's what his father wanted. We wanted him to go to Culliford so we could have a cool character introduction for Culliford, and we'd have a reason to bring him into the story. I'm having a difficult time. And why is this thing turning off? That makes me so mad. I know about the island. And if it's inland. So he goes to Culliford because Culliford wants it. And he why doesn't that work? All right, let's say he goes directly to Culliford, that he found the island. It's inland river. Why does he need him? Why would he want to deal with a pirate? Like, we could just make it that you need a crew to get it off. You're never going to get the treasure off without a crew. We can make that something. But then, like, why would he? What is his plan? Like, do you think the pirates are going to let you get all of that back? And if he just wanted to find the treasure, he wouldn't need Culliford in the first place. Because if that's all he cares about is actually just finding it, then he doesn't even need Culliford. So there would be, he either needs to make a plan and then get mixed up in it on accident. So as far as the inland island is concerned, if it is truly inland, wait, all right, hear me out. If it's truly an inland island, they're able to go up into the island on their own. Okay. Now, if we have Culliford, and he is already in the inland river, and he knows that he just needs Brandingham. Okay. He knows that he hasn't moved in. He knows where the island is. He's calling over there. He knows that he needs Brandingham to make it work. Then when he finds out about Brandingham, then he's going to the island. And it just so happens that when we're timing this whole thing up, that Calico and Henry are going to the island separately. Okay. They're just going to the island. And since it's inland, they can just walk there or get a little rowboat. Okay. So they get to this island, and now we have, all right, so let's think about this story structure a little bit. So what's the tension? So Henry and James get into a fight with the Admiral. Or no, Henry gets in a fight with the Admiral. He runs into Calico. How does Henry find out about the island? Like, what's the inciting incident? All right, so the first thing I was thinking of is that, cool. the first thing I was thinking of is Henry goes to the admiral with information of the island. He's like, "Hey, I found the island." Okay. Admiral sees it, and he's kind of shocked. He's like, "Oh no, we're not going for that." It's like, why not? And then he can say, like, "You got my brother killed." Right. What was that OG argument we had? No. That's the wrong one. I did think it would be on that one. I don't know where it actually is. It was like the original OG, like the original like thing I wrote for this. That's what it was. I can't find it. Maybe I deleted it. I might have deleted it. Nope. Basically, he was saying like that got my. I deleted. I must have deleted it. He was saying like that got my brother killed. That stupid legend got my brother killed or something. That's what he said. And then James was like, "You don't know that. It was a fire." Wait. It's on this one somewhere. Oh, here it is. Well, the legend you cared so much for got my brother killed. Because he was 1% treasure when you just want to write the books. Uncle digresses. Why don't you? There we go. That'll play. That'll play. So like, because he just found the low. Okay, so we just. But why does he need his uncle if he can just go? He's like, listen, I found it. I just go get it up, get it for the crown. And then James's uncle He says no. And James is like, well, we don't need him. I'm going to find this treasure. I'm going to bring him back a piece of it and prove that I know where it is, whatever. And Honor my dad's like, see something like that. So then he goes, and that allows us to completely take out that whole thing where they need to find Culliford, which saves us a lot of room, right? Now we have Culliford's introduction, right? So for review, alternate intro. We could have James maybe even telling the Admiral that, or explaining it to some of his soldiers. Yeah, let's have him explain it to some of his soldiers again. And then the Admiral walks up on him and say, hey, you should be on the ledger, right? And then James does the pitch. I just found the location for the island. I was just coming to talk to you. Right? Something like that. Okay, that opening scene might need some work. The Admiral shuts him down. He's like, no, I'm not going with you. We're not going to do this. Like, hey, but you and my dad are doing this together. And I figured out where it was. So anyways, that causes Henry and Calico, because he'll meet up with Calico. We'll have to rethink Calico's introduction scene, I guess. Or no, keep it the same. Just change where it happens or something. Like, meaning like if James is talking to them outside, then you get what I'm saying. So they go off to the island because it's inland and they don't need a ship. At that point, let me check the scaffolding outline. Now we have Culliford and the Admiral. These two scenes where both of these guys are figuring out that Brandingham is coming back. So the Admiral gets called into his meeting, and Culliford, what can we do with Culliford? So now we have to reimagine his entire introduction. What just happened? I don't know why I did that. Okay. So now we're playing with these two guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just write this out. I changed James's name to Henry. All right, so next would be, like, if we fix this, it should fix the whole thing. I hope we don't run into another pothole. But this was the main problem because we didn't have any of this nailed down. Okay. So now, if we have Culliford in the same area as where they're going. Oh my gosh, yeah. What if we transition it immediately to Culliford on the river finding out about. What if, like, I feel like the admiral should know, he shouldn't have to have that meeting scene. He should know about Brandingham in the beginning, I feel like, right? But no, because then it doesn't make sense for them to go sneak for the treasure. So he does need to be called into that scene. So where does that fit? Well, in the original outline, it happened after they decided to go for the thing. So they have that scene. But then you have Culliford. Like, these scenes, I feel like, are happening on top of each other. What if we cut out the Admiral scene? Let's just experiment with that. Imagine we cut out the Admiral scene. All right, what happens? We disregard him as a real character, right? Or we disregard him as a more important character. And we hear about this whole Brandingham thing from Culliford and the ETC. How does Culliford find out about that? I don't know. It needs to be realistic. Like, why would Culliford know about that, but the Admiral doesn't? So we don't know the specifics, but let's just play the game that's what happens. So he knows about that, and he knows who Brandingham is. I was playing it like Culliford recognizes Brandingham. It's like, oh my gosh, there's the fucker. So they're already on the island. Culliford finds out. This sucks because now I kind of have to rewrite most of the initial thing. But we're actually saving, it's actually going to save us a lot of time because cutting that out, that's saving us like lots of scenes. The only thing that we'll have to figure out is the whole thing where they take out Culliford, like the whole poison gimmick. Unless one of them gets captured on the island, I don't know. And that would be Calico. All right, right now we're thinking about the Admiral. So the Admiral, that happens. Culliford moves in on Brandingham, ETC. He takes their boat. or he watches Branningham get left. It's an inland river. And it's just them at the mouth of the river. Oh my gosh. Fuck. Plot holes actually suck. It being an inland island changes a lot of shit. Think about how much time it would save us to get this thing done, you know what I mean? If we could just figure out a way to write it and suck it up, and you know what I mean, we would save an enormous amount of time on VFX, right? And yeah, it's probably worth it. Okay. Damn, this just destroyed my entire process. This is fucking brutal. I forgot what the issue was originally. All right. We hit a serious roadblock. I gotta reassess. Fuck. I hate this sometimes, man.